Hey Amanda, Micah Collins here from yesterday. I promised you yesterday for this video, and here it is. I want to show you today the three things that will set y'all's company above your competition and not waste any of y'all's time. So most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would somebody like me be doing this and what's in it for me? And the answer is that oftentimes in the world of the internet, most of these local businesses like guttering businesses, they're simply too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. So Amanda, I have found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do themselves to implement for their own business for free, it results in some of those local business owners at the end still raising their hands and being like, you know what, Micah, I like you. Why don't you just do all this for me? So, Amanda, if by the end of this video you all like what you've heard and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help impact the business, if you could just shoot a quick message over to whoever the owner is and let them see this. And if y'all want to get back with me, you can get back with me at 918-260-1694. Or if you simply want to take this free attack plan yourself and do all the things yourself, I'm totally cool with that. Whatever's best for your business. All right, Amanda. So now let me show you the three things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So the first thing I want to go over with you today is your content. And you have a beautiful website over here. Looks very, very nice and high quality. Definitely getting the luxury kind of feel from this website. But the problem is you don't have certain keywords standing out on your website. See, Google doesn't see the beauty of the website, right? All they see is words on your website. And what is that? It's everything you see highlighted here, the pictures, what they're saved as, and so on and so forth. So they're looking for specific keywords here in the Tulsa area. If we look at one of your competition over here, Tulsa Guttering, we can see that they have Tulsa Guttering Company. Sometimes they can filter out certain words. If we look down here, there are some exact keywords. Like for instance, we see Tulsa Guttering. That's a specific keyword that people are looking up every single month looking for a guttering company. And Google looks through all this content and sees words like that. And they're like, oh, this guy is what this person's looking for, if that makes sense. Let me try to explain it a little better over here. If we pull up this tool I use called Ahrefs, it runs at about a couple $100 a month, but you can get it for yourself on ahrefs.com. My favorite thing about it is it allows you to see behind the scenes everything your competition is doing and what y'all are doing and what needs to change. If we look over here, we can see that you have 11 organic keywords and 15 people on your website every single month. Not bad, but it's not dominating, not getting you a whole lot of calls. If we look at your organic keywords, look at this, we can see first thing that pops up is a good keyword, gutters Tulsa, but you're on the 10th position. It gets searched 100 times a month. If you could just push more power, and I'll show you how with backlinks later, you would be ranking for that. Guttering Tulsa, and you have 80 volume, but you're on the 12th position. So you're not getting the traffic on your website, but this other company is. If we hop over to the competition here, we can see 25 organic traffic with 200 people on their website every single month. You might be wondering how this happens. It's because that they have these certain keywords that they are ranking for. If we pull this up, we can see gutter installation Tulsa, whopping 100 volume. They're getting 42 of those people on their website because they are on the second position on Google. They're way up at the top. If we look at Tulsa guttering, 90 times it gets searched a month. They get 32 people on their website from that phrase alone on their website, and they are on the first position. So they're getting a lot of views, a lot of clicks, and which translates to a lot of calls at the end of the day because they have a high converting website. So, Amanda, the first thing I would do is really simple. Just go through here, grab a couple of these keywords like gutter installation Tulsa, Tulsa guttering, guttering Tulsa, and just put them in once or twice. Doesn't have to be a whole lot, just once or twice naturally throughout your content. Maybe even write some more sections out. Just get more content because Google's looking for all these different factors. You want to beat your competition in every single way so you ensure Google that you are the authority guttering company in the Tulsa area. Now, if we take one of those keywords and we type it in, we can see that the first section we see is the ad section. Now, they can sometimes be good, but a lot of times they can be a money pit because you end up dumping a lot of money to Google without that much in return. And it's just not the best cost per lead for a long-term game. We use them as more like seasonal, if you have a seasonal spike or something, then I'd use them at that time. But you don't want them as your long-term game, because only 10 to 20% statistically of all the clicks end up on here. All right, Amanda, as we scroll down, we can see the second position is the map pack. And this is bringing me to the second thing I want to speak with you today, Amanda, and that is what we call citations. If we take a look at Tulsa Guttering again, we can see their name, their address down here, and their phone number listed right here on Google. This is what we call the NAP, and it's how Google verifies that you are a legit business and you aren't some fly-by-night, hobby guy. Now you might be wondering, well, Michael, what the heck is this NAP have to do with anything? What the heck is a citation? This is confusing me. Well, I'll try to break it down for you right here on this little chart we made. If I just blow this up. Sorry, it's a simple chart off of Canva, but it helps get the point across. The name, address, and phone number is what Google is looking at across all these different directories online. So Google's like searching all across the internet for your name, your address, and your phone number to verify that you're a trustworthy business that they can push higher in the map pack. So your competition has more citations than you, which is directories like Google Places, Bing, Yelp, Merchant Circle, and they have their name, their address, and their phone number listed consistently across all of these different directories, so they know that they can trust your competition. Now, it's up to you and your team to be able to go out here and get these citations for yourself and look at Yahoo Local, see how you're listed on there, local.com, Local Easy, Google Places, and verify that your name, your address, and your phone number is consistent across all of these. Because if you get this right, you will 100% beat them in the Google Maps. So as you can see, the Google Map Pack is a great place to be. It gets you a ton of calls every single month. Tulsa Guttering's just dominating on this and the organic, as we'll show in just a moment. All right, and as if we scroll down, the third thing I wanted to speak with you today is backlinks, and that has everything to do with this organic section down here. Now, the truth is, whenever we type in gutter installation Tulsa, only 10 to 20% of all clicks go to the ads, and about, roughly it varies depending on every single niche, but 40 to 60% usually rule of thumb on the map pack of how many clicks end up there, and a good like 20 to 30% of all clicks end up on this top result right here on organics. So you can see that this is a very valuable place to be, and to get your business listed there is just invaluable, the amount of calls you would get. Now, as you can see, this is another place that you really want to be. And to get here, you need what we call authority. And to get this authority, you need backlinks. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice, like a vote of confidence in Google's eyes, from site A to site B, giving site B more power. And the more relevant site A is pointing to site B, the more valuable that website is, if that kind of makes sense. Let me try to break it down for you. If you get a local blog or an industry site, something to do with guttering or roofing, pointing to your website, then that's awesome because it's relevant. But if you did a job for Pizza Hut and you get a backlink from Pizza Hut pointing to you, Google doesn't care because you don't sell pepperoni, so there's no value there. All right, and if we hop back over to Ahrefs, we can see that you all have 199 backlinks. That's a good amount of backlinks, but you're only getting 15 organic traffic every single month. And this is partially because of your content not having those keywords. That's the first thing I would fix. But the second thing is you want to get more valuable, relevant websites pointing to your website instead of you're getting a lot of spam, you're getting a lot of cheap links. If we hop over to Tulsa Guttering Co., which is absolutely crushing it at 209 organic traffic a month, we can see that they have only 66 backlinks, but this is because they're getting high-powered, relevant websites like blogs, industry sites, pointing to them, and it's driving a lot more power. So now you might be thinking, well, Micah, this is great in theory, but how do I actually boots on the ground get this done? The truth is you just hop in on Ahrefs right here, click on backlinks, scroll down, and click on one of these random links. It don't matter which one. All right, and I clicked on one of the links and it brings us to expertise.com, and we can see right here, Tulsa Guttering, visit website right there. If we click on that link, brings us right back to their website. And now you can see the correlation with this website pushing power to tulsaguttering.com. And getting this backlink is really simple. You just see this get listed in the corner and you click it and you put in your information and boom, you have that backlink for yourself. And just continue that process across all of these different backlinks and you will 100% beat them across Google hands down. All right, Amanda, so hopefully you can see by now that getting you to the top is not magic, it's just a method. And I've shown you that method here today. So once again, we went over number one was your content. And you want to have more of those exact match keywords naturally filtered through your content to boost that in Google's eyes. And number two was citations. You want to have 200 to 300 of those to sufficiently beat out, Tulsa Guttering Company in the Google Map Pack and get you found there. And also number three was backlinks. And you need more relevant websites pointing at you guys to show Google that y'all are the authority guttering guys here in the Tulsa area. And if you implement these strategies today, there's no reason why you couldn't have that 200 search volume on your website instead of your competition. So now I bet you're wondering, well, what now, Micah? Well, the truth is, Amanda, y'all can take this information and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most fast and effective route and you want to save yourself the time, the stress, and the worry of doing it all, just give me a quick call at 918-260-1694. Again, my name is Micah Collins, and that's 918-260-1694. I hope this brought some value today, and I look forward to hearing from you, Amanda. Hope you have a good one.